Hello, this is the Vic Sun. I am Zach Rand. I'm a Victorian Gold Coast Sun supporter, and I'll be going through the players' raters and who we think we need to trade as the 2025 season draws to a close. The 2025 season was incredible for Gold Coast, made their finals with 16 wins or 15, one of those, and helped the team develop, change the culture of the team, and really develop within the sense of being a mature team. So I'm going to go through the player ratings and the potential trades. Mac Andrew was a great backman when Charlie Ballard got that injured. He helped the team improve. He's taken the game on that I think Dimmer, the coach, really wanted from the club. It also helped that the team kind of had a consistent wedge as this was the second year under the coach. He's a great player and he's $1 million man for a reason. He's a great player. An A-plus performance for him. Number two, John Noble. I think he developed a run in our game that we really needed. We also needed experience in finals and experience in key games. He also came in clutch against Collingwood, his old side. That's what you get Collingwood supporters for leaving me out. He also kind of provided the partnership with Daniel Rioli that helped him. I would rate him a B. Sam Flanders, probably a C or a D, because he had no development in what he was going through. He was out of his natural position that I think we need to work on for next season if he stays at the club because it's potentially linked to St Kilda, Carlton, Essendon, all those clubs in Melbourne. But Dimmer says that he's contracted to stay, and he also reckons that I reckon he should play in the centre more often. Like I know we have developing young forwards and centres that need to play, but he just needs to be there for our best 23, and he's a good player. So I'll give him a C this season. Jed Walters, I think he improved quite good, but he still needs to improve. He needs to understand where to market, and that's quite challenging with key forwards because it also makes them understand what is going on in their game. And so I reckon if he doesn't get traded for Collingwood because Carlton because of Kerno, I reckon he could be a lethal key forward in our lineup. But he just needs to improve and get bigger as the off season gets in. He's probably a C. Alex Davies, when he was in the side, he was pretty good. He has a pretty good partnership with Jai Farah in the round 22 crash-ish about with Brisbane when we won for the first time. He was in the side and Jai Farah. He was probably the best player I've seen. He'll probably get a B this season. Alex Sexton, I know he got delisted the other day, but I just think it's the right time for him to get delisted. Like he's been in the club for 12 years or so he really needs to develop in. Like I would love him at another club, but he would also be a great. He's a great legend of this club. Nick Holman, I reckon he probably should have got delisted, but like that's just my opinion. He didn't really do much this offseason. He's like 30 and he's been at the club for a long time. Brandon Figuerini, if he stays at the club, he could hopefully be a great midfielder or forward. He's a very good player. He's very cemented in the Gold Coast Suns lineup, and it helps when your team actually understands what's going on. Number 10, Charlie Ballard didn't really have an opportunity this season because of an ACL injury. Like, obviously, he was going to be a good player, but next year it should be him on the first key defender. I reckon Sam Collins on the second, and then Mac on the third, and then Danny Rioli, Will Powell, and probably Mac in the side. Sorry, Joel Jeffries. I just don't think your position's up there next season. 11, Touk Miller. He's quite a good player, quite experienced, and he knows what to get it done. Like, I actually feel like it's a well-deserved finals appearance for him because he has said no to the big clubs in Victoria, and he's just been a legend of this club. I remember his 2022 club chairman speech when he said, "This club is going to be great someday," and I really truly believe that. He probably gets an A+. Elliot Himmelberg, didn't really see much of him. Think he probably should have got delisted. F. Lockie Weller, great defender. Had some luck with the injuries this season. That always helps. He's done a couple of ACLs the last couple of years. And it's very much helped his defensive prior probability. So I'll give him a B. Like might be on the wing next season because we got Charlie Ballard's back and Danny Rioli and John Noble who are fitting firing. If he's not, then that's probably a concern for the club. Noah Anderson, great captain. Really appreciate with the new rebranding of the club of the fearless mentality. I think that very much helps the club's idea of reaching into the new, and he led by example. Thomas Berry, who was delisted, I thought he kind of deserved the delisting as much as it's kind of hard on him and his family. I think, to be honest, he wasn't providing much for this club. Like his brother's doing wonderful things in Brisbane, but he's just not the same with that. And I think it was a good delisting choice. Daniel Rioli, he very much helped our um, half back line this season off the run and half back that they were there, and he provided countless goals, and I think he just excites the crowd when he's there and excites the new people. He has experience under Dimmer. He knows what it's like to win finals, and it also helps when he does that. Number 18, Matt Rao. The umpires need to stop giving him holding the ball. Like, I understand the rule is when you handball the ball, but he's not even taking on the tackles and they called holding the ball. Like, I think that he's very well. The umpires just need to adjudicate it better. And that's not my problem, but I reckon he had a great season, A+. Bailey Humphries, great full forward, great half forward, sorry, and midfielder. He's very much provided, the man from Maui has very much provided what's going on throughout the season. Ethan Reid, young ruckman, he's kind of at a C because he did well, but he kind of just needs to develop more as a forward. And what you say? Ned Moore, number 21, very good player. Just think he will get his time when Witts comes back, Witts retires. So he's very much just a wait and see. But the couple of games he had was very good against Essendon and won by 41 points. Ben Long, great first half. A little bit of a downer in the mid-season, but came back in the second half. Really like his enthusiasm. I think the umpires in that Port Adelaide game shouldn't have gave 50 against him, but like that's just my opinion. Sean Lemons, great servant of the club, retired this year. I think he very much deserves what he's done. Like he's stick fat with the club. He's been a good player. David Swallow, legend of the club. I reckon they say build Scotty Boland. They should build him a statue. They should build this man a statue at People's First because he's just an incredible leader. 247 games without a final. Played his 248th where he kicked a handy point to win them the game. Thanks for Young for that. Also, his 249th game came on a sub, played pretty well. That was like legendary. Sam Collins, the big beardy boy, he helped provide our defence with very much possible statements in the field, in the defence, and is very much a key leader. And Ross calling him a Nepo baby because Gold Coast is apparently a Nepo baby, St Kilda. It didn't help that you delisted him, did it? Will Graham had a little bit of injuries and family stuff, so maybe a D could improve. Will Powell, great player, great respect for him. He's probably should be one of our best next year. Great player. He just needs to. He has the IQ, footy IQ to start. Jared Witts, great ruckman. Everybody knows he's a legend of this club. He deserves everything. Great hit-outs, should be in the All-Australian team, but the defenders. Jake Rogers played a couple of games. I reckon he's a bit too young for this squad, but maybe next year he should be in the squad for this season. Leo Lombard, great couple of games. Just feel like he's a great from Palm Beach, if I'm correct. He's great for this league and the academy selections that we have. Cooper Bell, don't know, didn't play much. Maybe a wait and see if he can stay on the list. Brady Euland, great player. His brother's meant to be good next year. It also helps that he provides in the defence. He's very clutch and he's very motivated because of the academy he's been growing up to this team. Sam Clohesi, didn't really see much of him. He was 50-50 on the field, but I think he could have a more consistent. Ben King, great job. Kicking second in the column would have won if North Melbourne didn't let Jeremy Cameron in for 11. But all right, that's kind of like he's a very good player. If we get Charlie Kerner next year, that we could probably get, it would help our forward line and make him stay. Connor Buttericks, I reckon he might leave, but he had an okay season. Could have done better. Zach Evans, don't really know about him. Max Nobbs, didn't really see much of him. Lloyd Johnson, I'm a bit disappointed that he's kind of leaving, like got delisted by the club. Very surprising that he did. Probably shouldn't have, but like that's someday. He's a great defender. I hope we relist him on the rookie draft because he's a very great player. Lockie Golden just played his first game in Port Adelaide. Actually, this is a fun fact. If anyone wants to keep this for trivia, Lockie Goldman was the first player to be in and also out of the team for the first in round 24 because he played those 2 games because of the cyclone. That is actually some fun fact trivia, but should develop next year. Joel Jeffrey's a great player. Really like that he's key back. He's very settled in this lineup and probably one of my favourite players in this lineup. Malcolm Moses, just going to depart this club. Didn't really have a fit in him. Ashton, don't really know much about him. Ben Jepson played 1 game, should be still in the squad. Caleb Lewis, great person. Probably don't know much about him. Could play next year. Caleb Grant probably should have been delisted. Oscar Adams, great form in this team, and I reckon he'll develop much more. If we get a key injury like Ballard or Mack or Collins, he'll be the first string to be there. Jai Farrell, one of the best players. I think this guy deserves a 3-year contract because he's just amazing with the ball and that stuff and helps the team develop so much. So, and I think he could improve next season. Like, he's a very good guy. He seems to be settled at the club. And that's it. So, potential trade target next year could be Charlie Curnow. That's been linked multiple times. I reckon he could develop Ben King into the forward line. Also, I think maybe like a Jamie Alec could help the small defenders, could help Leo Lombard develop, and also maybe a Jake Rogers help develop. And I reckon we just need to get the academy picks and the suggestions because apparently we have Daniel Patterson, who's very good, and Bodie Euland's brother Zeke Euland, who is going to be potentially number 1 draft pick. So thank you all. This is the Vic Sun.